So I had done a video about this before, and the audio was scuffed on the previous video, and then the previous video was about Israelites. So I'm doing a remake of it, and this one's still going to be about Israelites again, but hopefully I got the audio right. Now, you may be wondering, why am I talking about Israelites? Well, a few years back, my dad, I went up to visit him. He told me that we are Israelites. I am black, by the way, if you didn't know that. He told me that we are Israelites, and I had no idea what that meant. So I was like, okay, rubbed it off. Not rubbed it off.
What did he say?
It went out my ear, out the other ear. So after that, it just kind of vanished from my mind. But now, as of 2025, recently, with as much as I am on social media, I have come across Israelites. And hearing them talk about who they are and their purpose, honestly, I don't like it. There are many reasons why I don't. Well, there's not many, but there's reasons why I don't. Honestly, to me, they are heretics. And I feel like they just say the stuff they say. It feels egotistical, and it just doesn't sit with me. Also, they claim that they are the chosen people of God, but last time I checked, we were all created equally in the image of God. So for them to say that, that's really like, what the fuck? It's like almost slandering, and it just doesn't do good for anybody. I'm gonna pull up some examples.
God hates white people.
So here I have some examples of what I'm trying to say, and I won't say. And just to clear up, I'm not talking about Israelites as a whole. I'm just talking about Hebrew Israelites, the black Israelite, specifically them, because they're the ones that I'm specifically talking about. So just to clarify. So this is what he had to say. Like I said in my previous video, I had already gone over this. So
I'm explaining why I left the Hebrew Israelites. I used to follow that movement a little bit, guys. And to be real with y'all, I came to the conclusion that movement was nothing about more than hating white people.
Yep.
That's all the movement was about. There was no end game to it. Most of the guys couldn't answer any real question that they had.
Yep.
And
So I want to pause it there, because those are the reasons why I don't like the Hebrew Israelites, because one is racist. Two, it feels like some heretic type shit. The God Emperor from Warhammer would be disgusted in them.
Burn the heretic! Kill the mutant! Purge the unclean!
If he were alive, but Warhammer. Anyway, it just feels egotistical to me because they're black. Just saying. And he also said that they can't answer any real questions that you give them, and there's plenty of proof of them debating somebody, and they can't even answer one single question. They just backtrack on what they say, and then they try and bring up another point instead of answering that.
So that's the prerequisite: faith and good works. That's what you're saying. And
no, I'm talking about keeping the commandments of the Most High, right?
yeah, so if I don't keep the commandments, then I'm not getting into heaven.
No, you're not going to the commandments. If you don't keep the commandments, you're not going to the kingdom of heaven.
Okay, so faith plus works.
Faith plus, what's your works? Show me your works by your faith, by your works, man. Don't it do what it says?
So this is what I'm trying to get at. In Matthew chapter 22, Jesus is talking to the Pharisees, the religious Jews at the time, and they asked Jesus which commandment is the greatest, because there's 613 laws and 10 commandments. And in this passage, they knew that if they could get Jesus to say one commandment was greater than the other, that they could kill him for blasphemy. And he quotes Deuteronomy chapter 8 by saying, the greatest commandment is loving the Lord your God with your whole heart, soul, mind, and strength. He's saying,
and what's the second one?
And love your neighbor as yourself.
Right, so all the listen now, all 613 laws are based upon them two principles. How to serve the Most High, how to love the Most High, and how to love thy neighbors thyself. That's what it's about. Well, who's the neighbor though?
But what I'm getting at is
the people?
why?
Who's the people that's love thy neighbors thyself? We're not talking about everybody.
All people.
No.
And
so give me the slave signs. Give me the slave signs. Give me the slave signs. Come on, man. You gotta let me know, man. We supposed to love y'all for this. We supposed to during the time y'all had us in captivity, saving bodies, beating us, making us alligator baits, and making our skin out of alligator shoes. Right then, you was teaching love. Like you're saying right now, for everybody, right? We was taught to love y'all, right?
Look,
right?
Look back in the day, people manipulated scripture to keep people enslaved.
Let me say something. Okay, let's deal with some religious part.
Wait, hold on, before you keep going, I don't agree with that. People manipulated scripture and keep your people enslaved, and that was awful.
We talking about real, man. We talking about real.
But what I'm getting at is, you're saying faith and works, and Jesus Christ in the New Testament is very clear that the reason you would want to do good for God is because you love Him. That's why Jesus says, if you love me, you'll obey my commandments.
Okay,
He doesn't
right,
say,
right. What's
because he
commandments
says-
though?
Because
Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of Tyler Oliveria, but he also did a video.
He created them to be hated. Like,
Tyler Oliveria, if you're not familiar with him, he goes around the world interviewing different types of groups of people, cultures, and all this stuff. Really good content. He interviewed the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, and this video really gives you a good insight on why this cult-like shit is fucked up. Like, it really gives you a good insight.
God hates white people. He created them to be hated. Like, white people are vipers.
So, right off the bat, God created white people to be hated. God created us. We were created in the image of God, so he created us in his image. So I don't think if God hated white people, he would have done that. God, Anyway, just right off the bat,
The only way to get rid of it is the medicine.
It's just crazy,
Real
bro.
niggas are the medicine.
You got a whip right here. For me.
Yeah, this for you. When I see a white baby, I be like, he's gonna try to enslave my people when he gets older. The only thing that a white person could give me is their life. The men and the women who profited off of our slavery, they're going to bow.
Yeah, what he said about the baby thing, that's just, a white baby's gonna try and enslave you. Yeah, sure. When he, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, come on now. Like, really? We're still in slavery times? It's 2025. Get the fuck over slavery, bro. It happened. It shouldn't have happened. Move the fuck on. You ain't doing nothing but making more people racist. Believe it or not. Fuck off.
At our feet.
Like, look at this shit.
One at a time.
Bowing and kissing their feet. You know what, when that little boy grows up, he's gonna feel entitled that white people should give him reparations. That's what that little black boy is gonna feel when he grows up because he's in the shit.
Everybody said that they love black people.
Look at this shit.
There's no action behind it.
Kissing his shoe.
These are the Black Hebrew Israelites, a black supremacist group that hates white people and believes that they're the true Israelites.
They're the
No, I
modern
would tell
black
you, I
Ku Klux
really hate
Klan,
white
bro.
people. I would tell you that.
But what other groups besides whites do they hate?
Dark race is the so-called African, who you would call the Nigerian, the Rwandan, the South African. They are not our people.
And do these beliefs actually come from the Bible? I met up with Captain Tazariak and his brothers mid-training session in Harlem, New York to learn more.
What you see over there is you see what we call Hebrew Academy. So this is a physical training and mental and spiritual training that we do every year where we take new members, we train them. So they're going to go through physical training, self-defense, spiritual training, learning scriptures.
Okay, real quick, you have any questions, Smith?
No, I'm just watching. I've seen them before. I just don't know what they do.
What we teach is that the true children of the Bible are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And so we come out here to train these new members in our school.
Sounds good to me. I'm out here doing kind of the same thing.
There's one catch.
We believe that white people are probably the worst thing to ever happen.
What are your plans for her and her kind?
It's not really our plans, it's God's plan. According to the Bible, God is going to
Heretics.
avenge black people for what white people did, so they go enslaved. They got to be in chains, they got to build our kingdom.
See, this is why we can't fucking get anywhere. It's because of black people. No, I'm just kidding. Not good. Not good, not good, not good. They're so focused on hating white people and enslaving them because of slavery and because of supposedly what God said to do to them. But I'm sure you guys can see why now I hate Israelites, or the Black Hebrew Israelites specifically. Like I said before, I had to redo this video because the audio was quiet, and this was something that I really wanted to talk about because this shit pisses me off. We shouldn't be doing this. We need to move forward. It just doesn't make no sense. So yeah, if you stayed for the rest of the video, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment on what you think, what your opinion is. I would like to hear it.